Alrighty, let's begin with most nearly means types of questions. And these questions basically ask you for a definition of a word within the context of the passage. So our first question is going to be Test 1, Section 1, number 8. And it says, as used in line 2, form most nearly means. So there are two strategies for this kind of question. The first one, and the strongest one, is to plug in your own word for the word form. So let's go to line 2, and we'll read from, of course, we read around the line. So we'll start from the beginning of the passage. Akira came directly, breaking all tradition. Was that it? Had he followed form? Had he asked his mother to speak to his father to approach a go-between? Would she have been more receptive? So what I'm going to do, if at all possible, I'm going to cross out form literally on my paper. I'm going to take my pencil and cross out the word form and treat it like a blank and read for the context, right? Summarize essentially what's happening in this little paragraph and see if I can plug in my own word. Well, it says he came directly, breaking all tradition. And then it says, had he followed form, or had he followed blank. And I think what I want to do is just plug tradition in there. That seems to make sense. Had he followed the tradition, would she have been more receptive? So I'm going to say tradition. We go back to the answers and we look at them. We try to match now tradition to the answers. Does appearance come remotely close to tradition? Not at all. A is out. We cross that one out. Does custom come remotely close to tradition? Sure, I'm going to say that seems at least remotely close. Does structure come remotely close to tradition? Yeah, I think so. There's a traditional structure to things. That's close enough. And does nature come close to tradition? And I'll say no. It's definitely between B and C. Now, the way I'm going to clinch it is I'm just going to read it right into the line. So had he followed custom, would she have been more receptive? That sounds good. Or had he followed structure? I like custom better. It's closer in this context to tradition. Custom is the answer. I circle it. Okay, so let's go on to another one. Let's look at it's number 12 in that on the same test. And it reads, in line 10, the word ambivalent most nearly means. And I think I'm going to do the same strategy again. I'll show you in 2 questions just to make sure you have it. Okay, so we're looking for the word ambivalent. We go to line 10 and we read around it, right? So we'll start with the beginning of the sentence. This frequent experience of gift giving can engender ambivalent feelings in gift givers. I'm going to continue. Many relish the opportunity to buy presents because gift giving offers a powerful means to build stronger bonds with one's closest peers. And you know what? I'm going to continue to the end of the paragraph since it's 1 sentence away. At the same time, many dread the thought of buying gifts. They worry that their purchases will disappoint rather than delight the intended recipients. So with all of that information, I now cross off the word ambivalent and I think, okay, gift giving engenders blank feelings in gift givers. Goes on to say that they're excited about buying gifts because they want to get close to the people they're buying for. But they also are scared to buy because they don't want to get the wrong thing or disappoint the recipient. So I'm going to say they have mixed feelings, can engender mixed feelings. So my word is mixed. Then I go back to the answer choice and I say, does unrealistic come close to mixed? Unrealistic, I don't think it's the same thing, so I'm going to cross that out. Does conflicted come close to mixed? I like that one. We'll leave that in. That's a yes. Does apprehensive come close to mixed? And I'm going to say that I don't know that word, so we're going to leave it in. Does supportive come close to mixed? No. So it's between either conflicted or a word I don't know. So what do? You plug in conflicted, make sure it works. If you like it, then you pick it. If you don't like it, you pick the word you don't know. All right, so I'm going to go back and I'm going to say this frequent experience of gift giving can engender conflicted feelings in gift givers. And then they like it, they don't like it. I give a thumbs up to conflicted. So I'm going to circle that, and of course B is the right answer. Now let's see, there's another one, number 18. Okay, now we're going to go on to method 2. I'm just going to do one question for method 2. And simply, that is when you can't plug in your own word, which as I said before is the strongest method, but you're not always going to be able to do that. So if you can't do it, no worries, use this method. Just plug in the answer choices in for that word that they're asking about. So for example, 18 says, as it's used in line 54, convey most nearly means. So we'll go back to convey, line 54, and I'll read the sentence first. Perhaps givers believe that bigger, more expensive gifts convey stronger signals of thoughtfulness and consideration. So again, I'm going to cross off the word convey, right? Just to make it easier on my eye as I go back and forth. So I'm going to put in transport. That is answer A. Right? I'm just going to plug them all in, read it, and see which one sounds good. Perhaps givers believe that bigger gifts transport stronger signals of thoughtfulness and consideration. It seems a little weird to me. It seems like it's kind of the right idea, but you don't really use transport in that way, so I'm going to cross off A. Counteract. Perhaps givers believe that bigger gifts counteract stronger signals of thoughtfulness. No, not at all. That would be the opposite. So B is gone. Exchange. Perhaps givers believe that bigger gifts exchange stronger signals of thoughtfulness. And I think that's not bad. I'm going to make that a maybe. And then communicate. Perhaps givers believe that bigger gifts communicate stronger signals of thoughtfulness. I think I like that better than exchange, because exchange goes both ways, right? Whereas they're only talking about gift givers in this question. So I'm going to pick D as my answer. Okay? I hope that you get these strategies. Remember that plugging in is stronger, but if you can't do it, just absolutely plug all of the answers in. You should be able to get the answer right. Okay, see you next video. Bye.